We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. as crime continues to plague Baltimore. Local leaders will meet today to discuss how to make the city safer, what the families of city crime victims are hoping to see happen. We are keeping a close eye on Washington today. House Republicans are meeting behind closed doors as they're trying to elect a new speaker. Coming up, the new rules they're hoping to establish before a vote. And we are learning more about the role the U.S. will play in the war in the Middle East, how the White House is responding. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Patrice Sanders. We begin in a city in crisis. Right now, police are searching for the person who killed 28-year-old David Boykin, a local artist who went by President Davo.
He was special because of his voice. His voice was like a tool in itself. It was like an instrument in itself.
He was somebody that everybody looked at as one that could get out and be representation for the city.
Boykin was found dead near Clifton Park. He'd been shot multiple times. Boykin's manager claiming tragedies like these are becoming common for those in Baltimore. Well, this case, just the latest high-profile case hitting Baltimore. And as Olivia Dance shows us, it comes as the Baltimore City Council is set to meet again today, this time to discuss safety throughout the city.
City Council is meeting at 1 this afternoon to discuss public safety. Meanwhile, crime continues to impact Baltimore. You mentioned that local rapper who was killed on Friday. And then just over a week ago, there was a mass shooting right here at Morgan State University. 5 people were injured in that shooting, 4 of them students. Police are still looking for the suspects, but yesterday they released these photos of persons of interest. The reward is now up to $9,000 for information that leads to an arrest. But the violence in Baltimore impacting innocent lives. Another example of that violence is earlier this month when Ryan Demby, an off-duty Howard County Sheriff's deputy, was shot and killed in Federal Hill. And then last month, Pavel Lapierre, a 26-year-old Baltimore tech CEO, was murdered in her apartment near downtown Baltimore. A vigil was held for Lapierre. The heartbreak of her family resonates the most.
The definition of daddy's little girl. She had me wrapped and still does. So I want to thank you all for being here and for loving our daughter and taking care of her. We're going to take her away from Baltimore, but her presence will never leave here. And thank you very, very much for loving our girl.
It's just heartbreaking to hear that. And of course, you can find any updates from today's meeting on our website, foxbaltimore.com. But for now, reporting in Baltimore, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
Well, continuing our coverage now on the war in Israel, President Biden is making it clear that the U.S. stands with Israel as we enter the 5th day of war in the Middle East.
This is not about party or politics. This is about the security of our world, the security of the United States of America.
Numerous countries also offering to play a role in mediating an end to the fighting, which has already killed at least 1,600 people, including at least 14 Americans. Now, Israeli officials say they're doing what they can to put pressure on Hamas. The Israel Defense Forces say they are hammering Gaza with airstrikes today and hit Hamas's advanced detection system that finds aircrafts over the seas. Now, the impact of the war in the Middle East is being felt here in Maryland. Last night, hundreds gathered at a temple in Pikesville to support Israel. Among those gathering was Offer Sabbath, whose mother is currently in Israel.
She lived by herself, and she never locked her doors in her life, and now she's worried that somebody that is really unfriendly will come and penetrate her house and just took her as a hostage to somewhere else.
His 87-year-old mother, Dalia, is over there, her home in a village north of Tel Aviv. Sabbath and his siblings are unable to get to her, but he says he is in frequent contact with his mother by internet and by phone when possible. Fox 45 News will continue to follow the developments in the Middle East. Stay up to date with our coverage by downloading the Fox 45 app. Search WBFF in your app store. 11:04 now. Here's a look at today's top trending stories. Trending number one, there are new details in the Morgan State University mass shooting. Baltimore police are releasing these new images of the persons of interest. Police believe there were two shooters. It's unclear if they are the people in these photos. Now, police released this video last week showing persons of interest walking around campus the night of the shooting. Anyone with information on the video or the photos is asked to call Metro Crime Stoppers at the number there on your screen. Trending number two, Bowie State University cancels classes for the rest of the week in the wake of Saturday's double shooting on campus. Neither of the victims were students, but the university says they want to give students time to address their mental well-being. Student government leaders met with school administrators to discuss the best ways to support students. Trending number three, TSA officers at BWI set a new record for the number of guns caught in 1 year. Already 36 guns have been caught at security checkpoints, and there are still 2.5 months left in this year. The TSA is reminding travelers weapons are not allowed in your carry-on bags. Trending number four, Maryland's 13 retail and 12 mobile sports books made more than $3 million for the state last month. That money, part of the 15% taxable win that sports books contribute to the state, going towards funding public education programs statewide. Now, bettors brought in more than $442 million with mobile bets, making up 95.1% of that. Trending number five, now that October has arrived, so has Oktoberfest at the Maryland Zoo. The event consists of fun activities, great food, live music, local vendors, and unlimited sampling of over 80 seasonal brews. Oktoberfest begins Saturday, October 21st. It ends on that Sunday, the 22nd. Tickets are now on sale at themarylandzoo.org. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Search WBFF in your app store. Still ahead, before traveling this holiday season, consider this. A new survey is ranking the worst things that a flyer can do. Coming up, the 5 most hated things you can do on a flight that will annoy your fellow passengers. And California is banning some common food colorings, say they could be bad for your health. Coming up, the other counties already banning the chemicals. And House leaders will gather today to try to pick a new speaker. Coming up, the 2 names being thrown out as possible picks.
And we are getting ready for a beautiful few days. We'll be in the low 70s today, the upper 70s tomorrow, and then the low 70s on Friday, but rain will follow. I'll let you know how rain could impact your weekend plans coming up.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
11:09, taking a look at your social stream. Israel's war against Hamas is adding to the pressure on House Republicans to choose the next speaker. They are set to vote behind closed doors today. First on the agenda is a proposed rule change. It would ensure a candidate has enough support to take the gavel before a floor vote. That's after it took 15 rounds to elect the previous speaker, Kevin McCarthy. Two men are vying for the job, Representative Jim Jordan and House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. But right now, it's unclear if either has enough votes to get elected for their party. Democrats are putting forward Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. Not likely that that's going to happen. But here's what you're saying, Anne-Marie, a mere formality as the Democrats lack the votes to pick the speaker. Yeah, probably not going to happen. But Kim says we need a new speaker pronto. Nearly 4 months after the Titan submersible imploded on the ocean floor, more debris is back at the surface. The Coast Guard completed the recovery last week, including the titanium end cap. Additional presumed human remains were carefully taken for analysis by U.S. medical professionals. Investigators believe the Titan imploded on its way to explore the Titanic wreck, killing all 5 people on board in June. Reaction this morning. The discovery of presumed human remains in the search for debris from the Titan sub is deeply tragic. Gratitude to the search teams for their dedicated efforts. Another person saying just, where's the bill getting sent to? California's governor signs a landmark law banning potentially harmful chemicals found in consumer foods. It's the first state to do so. Governor Gavin Newsom signed the California Food Safety Act on Saturday, but it won't go into effect for several years. It prohibits the manufacture, sale, or distribution of food products containing red dye number 3, potassium bromate, and brominated vegetable oil. They're commonly found in candies, drinks, and packaged foods. The European Union already bans these chemicals. You've got reaction on both sides of this. One person saying, about time someone addressed the poison in, well, everything. Someone else, though, saying, too much government, California. Stay out of our candy. Don't forget, it is an all-new Masked Singer tonight. Last week was NFL night, and tonight it's the 2000s. The celeb contestants perform their favorite songs in the 2000s, and one person is unmasked. You can watch the Masked Singer tonight at 8 right here on Fox 45. Still ahead, the O's are coming home after falling to the Rangers. Coming up, a look at just how far the team made it this year. And Google wants to change how you create passwords, why a combination of your dog's name and kid's birthday may no longer be necessary. And coming up later today at noon, it's Karamo, then at 1 it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. 11:12 now on Fox 45 News Midday. Art. 11:14 now. We are back with a live look over the Inner Harbor, UC Camden Yards, M&T Bank Stadium. We are chilly. We were chilly to start the day, but it's already warming up out there. When we could hit above average temperatures, we're going to talk about that and then how long they're going to last before the colder, wet weather moves in. All right, almost ready to stop talking about this and just move on because it was sad news for O's fans. The team is heading home after falling to the Texas Rangers in last night's AL Division Series. Last night's final score, Texas 7, Baltimore just 1. This marks, though, the first time the O's have been swept since May of 2022. We didn't think it was going to happen. Now, the season may be over, but we still want to see your Orioles pride. Share your favorite photos and videos to foxbaltimore.com/chime-in or on the WBFF app. You can also scan the QR code there on your screen. And Fox 45 is your exclusive home for the 2023 World Series. The Fall Classic begins Friday, October 27th. You can catch all the action right here on Fox 45. Making headlines, President Biden is cracking down on junk fees. The Federal Trade Commission will meet with the president today. They're proposing a rule that would require businesses to disclose mandatory fees up front. It would also prevent businesses from using unexpected service charges. Ahead of the busy holiday season and travel season, deliveries of Boeing's best-selling jet are falling. The Wall Street Journal reports the 737 MAX jet is hitting its lowest level in more than 2 years. Production of the jet is running at about half the company's target. Nationwide gas prices dipped slightly. The national average is now $3.68 for a gallon of regular. That's according to AAA. It's down 2 cents from Monday and 11 cents from a week ago. Prices are lower than they were at this time last year, but they're higher than in 2021. Google wants to make your passwords obsolete. Instead of passwords, the company wants you to create passkeys to unlock accounts and devices, like using a fingerprint, face scan, or a PIN number. Google claims passcodes are easier to remember, quicker to use, and also more secure. It says the technology will now become the go-to option during password creation. Apple rolled out its passkey option with the release of iOS 16. Costco is under fire for allegedly sharing customers' private data. A lawsuit was filed against the warehouse chain claiming that highly personal health data was shared on social media site Meta. Costco has yet to comment on the lawsuit. Coming up tonight at 4, Police Commissioner Richard Worley sharing his hopes for the future of Baltimore. We're pressing him on the ongoing crime crisis and the efforts to curb the levels. Plus, following Baltimore's 9th mass shooting, Morgan State University is looking to add new security measures. The questions surrounding a campus wall. And our coverage of the fallout in the Middle East continues, the funding now being sent to those in need. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and forecasts in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. 11:18, and now turning to today's talking point. If you hate driving in Baltimore, you may have a good reason. According to a new report study from Wallet Hub, Baltimore is one of the worst cities to drive in. The survey looked at things like average gas prices, annual hours in traffic, and auto repair shops per capita across 100 of the largest cities in the country. Baltimore was ranked 89th on the list, nearby D.C., also near the bottom. As for the best city, Corpus Christi, Texas. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. I don't know what they're doing in Corpus Christi, but I have some problems with some potholes and some bumpy rides here in Baltimore.
Yeah, I think potholes, bumpy rides. You know what? I'm not really mad at the drivers in Baltimore.
Right.
I think the conditions, like for instance, you know, if you ever have to go to Virginia, Lord, the lines and the everything seems to be so backed up. D.C.
It's the traffic circles for me in D.C.
The traffic circles in D.C. And the problem with that is, who knows how to work these things? I'm married to somebody from D.C., so they know how to work them, but nobody else does, so that causes crashes.
I worked in D.C. for years, and I mean, they're annoying to me. But even so, in Baltimore, you're right. I don't necessarily have a problem with drivers, except for, and that's not just Baltimore City, it's our region in general.
Yes.
People who don't know how to merge.
The mergers.
If you don't know how to merge, merge.
The mergers.
If you don't know how to merge, $11.25. Don't miss this. Tonight's Powerball jackpot, now the second largest in game history. That jackpot now stands at an estimated $1.73 billion. Walmart will close its doors for Thanksgiving this year. This marks the fourth straight year the retail giant will close its stores for the holiday. Walmart is the first major retailer so far to announce that it's closing for Thanksgiving this year. The U.S. Postal Service wants to raise prices once again. The proposed new rates include a 2-cent increase in the price of a first-class mail forever stamp from 66 cents to 68 cents. There will be no change to the additional ounce price of 24 cents. The Postal Regulatory Commission still has to review the price changes, and if approved, those new prices would take effect January 21st. If you are planning on taking a cruise this holiday season, you might have to pay more for a ticket. Industry experts say cruise ticket prices are rising. A report cites data from cruise review site Cruise Critic, which shows the average 5-night Caribbean cruise for December will cost travelers 43% more than it would have cost in 2019. Man, the hike in prices is thanks to high demand in the post-pandemic era. Time now for your lunch break. A bit of a trick-or-treat for trick-or-treaters this Halloween. A new survey is suggesting that they may get less candy in these little buckets due to inflation. Researchers at the sales and marketing group Advantage Solutions surveyed over 1,000 adults. 40% said that inflation will impact their plans to buy candy. Roughly 30% said they're going to be spending less and buying less. Well, that's all we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle is up next. Mark Clark back to tell us what they're working on.
Patrice, getting called out. Last week's test of the emergency alert system caused some problems in the Amish community. How the test exposed secret phones and shocked the community. Be More Lifestyle is coming up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here, along with fitness influencer and rapper, legendary rapper, Mully Man's in the building, and of course, the Jasmine Lomax meteorologist is in the building. Good morning, everybody.
Hey, what's up? Happy hump day.
Right now. Now, before traveling this holiday season, consider this. A new survey is ranking the worst things a flyer can do. Here they are: reclining your seat and taking off your shoes, striking up unwanted conversations or using speakerphone, and number one, personal grooming. Don't clip your fingernails or trim your beard, Mully Man, while flying in first class. Mully, you travel a lot. Now, do you see these bad things on the plane, man? Are people doing this? Are people wilding?
Yeah, people feel like, entitled.
Really?
Yeah, entitled.
Huh.
Yeah, instant gratification is promoted heavily through social media, so people feel entitled.
They can do what they want to do?
Yeah, they feel like they can do what they want to do.
Well, Lady T, you get flued out all the time. It's holiday season,
Stop
by the
saying
way.
that.
It's holiday season.
Ew.
Do you choose see this happening? This
No,
bad
I've only
behavior?
seen people drink too much on flights, but which I
you
feel like
say
is
people,
fine.
you
I've
don't mean
seen
you.
people. No, I'm saved. But
Yeah, saved.
Well, no, I think it's interesting. The clipping the toenails kind of scared me a little bit,
That's
though,
kinda
because I
gross.
was like, why are we out here doing that? You reclining your seat and clipping your toenails? You should be fined. You should be fined. This is not time for a pedicure.
Now, Jasmine, you don't ever do anything wrong. But do you see this happening? You fly a lot,
I mean,
too.
I'm one of the people that reclines my seat. If my seat reclines, why would I not recline it?
Oh, she tried it. She's one of those. Well, you're in first class then, sis. Stop.
Clipping the toenails, no.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I don't take my shoes off at home.
You don't? I do take my flip-flops off.
I take baths in my shoes.
I do kick my flip-flops under the seat in front of me, though, and I do go barefoot. Don't zoom in. I gotta get these toes done. It's white toe season. So white toe season is all over, so yeah.
Last week's test of the emergency alert system apparently caused some problems. It turns out some Amish people who were forbidden from having cell phones were outed by the test. The community, which is forbidden from using modern tech, was apparently shaken when the alert started sounding, revealing some had a secret hidden phones. Someone had them stashed in the
Somebody was stashing it in the
farm. Had them stashed in the barn.
Yeah.
The cows were like, no, what's going on? Man, come on now.
Yes.
Are you shocked by this, Mully? The phone game has trickled down to the Amish.
I am shocked by it. I'm very shocked by it because, it's just an unlikely story that I didn't expect today, first and foremost. But at the same time, you kind of got to keep up with the times. Like, I understand being simple, but at the same
you don't gotta
time,
be no technology.
Not so simple that you're not advancing your cause to the world.
So if you're looking for a lawyer, Amish community, Mully Man is waiting.
Well, somebody rode their chariot into town and got a cell phone so fast. I did not date an Amish man. I'm open to it, though. I'm open to an Amish or Quaker man. Show me some things, okay? But no, somebody rode their chariot into town and got a cell phone. I think that's very interesting. That test was putting people out there. I saw some people in a different community that was behind bars. They actually got put out there too. Yes, they had cell phones too in their cells. So I thought that was
Jazz, we don't have time for your comment. We want you to tell it. We want you to tell it. Would you go without a cell phone? Put it on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Now, winner, salmon eater. There's a new fat bear in town. The National Park and Preserve holding its annual Fat Bear Week contest.
Oh, look at that.
The public voting for their favorite bulky bear online. This year's winner is defensive mama bear who has successfully raised 2 litter cubs. The bear, known as 128 Grazer, packed on the pounds ahead of winter hibernation, and she won. And there's There's speculation that she had a BBL.
Yeah. She went to the Renaissance store.
Yes.
She went to the Era store.
The bear's like a big.
She had drums like a truck.
Congratulations, you did.
Congratulations.
What are your thoughts? Are you surprised that she was getting her salmon on?
Yeah, she was getting her salmon on. I mean, hey, I like salmon too, so more power to her.
Now, everybody knows, for those who know Mully Man for years, know he loves the thick honey. So,
all right, come on.
Yeah, that's fact. She can get flued out.
Not the bear getting flued out. Now we just taking anything at this point. We just flying out anything at this point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. What's the question? I'm with.
I don't even know.
Yo, shout out to Blue Man. Watch out for the big girls.
As we wrap up, but Melly, where can people reach you? What are you doing? You're in town for, you're in Atlanta now, but you're in town.
Oh, man, I come in town for the movement Mullivation. You know, this is Be More Lifestyle segment. You know, I'm totally representing. Brilliant, open minds become conscious individuals too. Yoo-hoo. One half of the hip-hop sibling duo, Nick Styles in the building, Mike Brosis, Microphone Brothers and Sisters.
Okay, we got to wrap.
He was like,
okay,
you started with Rap City. You started Rap City with him.
I forgot.
He thought Tigger was here.
But Mully Man workout plan, Mullivation is the movement and the education.
#MullyNation.
They follow me at I Am Mully Man.
All right, there you go.
Appreciate
T.
Yeah, I'm doing Bake and Bounce over here.
Jazz is late in the show. Still ahead, October is Breast Cancer Awareness coming up. Why raising awareness is so important to our health and wellness. But first, we know you're going to be taking a lot of photos this holiday season, but we've got a new device that you have to have coming up. Stick around to find out about it. Be More Lifestyle. Coming up, more.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
Beverages like coffee, tea, or wine can contribute to staining your teeth and make a dull smile if you're not ready to quit enjoying these drinks. Don't worry, Stacey Bell is here with an exclusive deal on a natural solution to get your pearly whites back.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
I'm a 2-cup of coffee person and some wine every now and then, but that wine and coffee really stains your teeth, so I found something I like. This is a Morey Paris natural teeth whitening system. It doesn't have all of the harsh chemicals, no peroxide. This is activated by quality coconut and charcoal, so it's really easy to use. It's a powder, and I got the orange scent, but there are a lot of scents you can choose from. You wet your toothbrush just a little bit, and then you dip it into the powder and brush. And you're gonna do this for 2 minutes, and over time, it whitens your teeth. We're always taking selfies, and then you look at yourself in the picture and think, oh, my teeth could be whiter. Like I said, I was a former news anchor, and I spent a lot of money over the years on harsh professional teeth whitening systems. I wish I had known about this. Normally, this is $13 for one of these. Right now, you're getting 4 for just about 30 bucks. So it's really worth it to try it. Get one for your kids. You know, you can put them in every bathroom in the house at this price point. Right now, we're offering 30% off the Morey Paris teeth whitening powder. So you want to head over to asadeals.com and check that out. And I am going to keep brushing my teeth because I like white teeth.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Midday.
Megan B. Murphy is a 1-year breast cancer previver and is passionate about raising awareness for genetic testing and all the preemptive tools that help prevent cancer or catch it early. She joins us now to share her story. Hey, welcome to the show, Megan.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so tell us why you've always worried about your risk of breast cancer diagnosis.
So my mom is a two-time breast cancer survivor. Nearly every woman on my mom's side of the family has battled breast cancer or is currently undergoing treatment. I lost my father to pancreatic cancer. So I was vigilant about my breast checks. I would get a mammogram followed by a sonogram. I often wound up with follow-up breast MRIs. And ultimately we did detect a lump. And by the grace of God, it was benign. But I really was living in this constant fear of not if I was going to get breast cancer, when I was going to get breast cancer.
Okay, now one tool during your journey was genetic testing, right? Can you tell us more about why your doctor recommended that?
So after I had my scare, my breast surgeon kind of looked at me and said, Meg, we need to know what we're dealing with here. We need a full picture of your breast health and your background. And so that's when she suggested in vitro genetic testing.
Oh, okay. Now, what were your results and why did you decide to proactively take action?
So my in vitro testing revealed that I had a change in the DNA of my CHEK2 gene. And it was once I had these results, I was able to sit down with the genetic counselor and really look at my complete picture. I had this genetic variation. I had the family history. I had the personal scares. I could now make a decision. I could choose to have a preventative double mastectomy. And that's exactly what I did a year ago this month.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so now you refer to yourself as a previvor. What does it mean to be a previvor?
So within the breast cancer community, there's people like my mom and my mother-in-law who are breast cancer survivors or thrivers. And then there are like people like me who took preventative or prophylactic action, and we're considered previvors. We did preventative surgery. I had a preventative double mastectomy. And that is what we refer to as previvors within the breast cancer community.
Love it. I love the term. Okay, now where can we go? Where can our viewers go for more information about genetic testing?
I want you all to talk to your doctors. Like, let's normalize these conversations around genetic testing. I feel so grateful to be able to partner with Invitae and be able to get this information out there because knowledge is truly power. And if you go to invitae.com, INVITAE.com, you can learn more right now.
Awesome. Megan, thank you so much for sharing your story. You are a superwoman to us.
I super appreciate it. Thank you, Tiffany.
All right.
Still ahead, ending back pain once and for all. Coming up, how you can improve your everyday life and live pain-free. But first, stomping the runway to raise awareness. Coming up, how you can help shine a light on autism awareness. Stick around.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, you guys. All right, it's Fashion for a Cause, and it's happening right here in Baltimore. Derek Darrell-Dixon is here to tell us why we need to be at Stomp the Runway next weekend. Welcome to the show, Derek.
Thank you so much. I am just so excited to be here.
I know you're here. You're fashionable. I love it.
I'm here with the queen.
Oh,
I'm
goodness.
here with the queen.
I love it. I love when you call me that. Oh, my gosh. I love it. Okay, now tell me about the Stomp the Runway for Autism event. I know this is something that's near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, so my oldest son, he's on the autism spectrum. So I put together this show, Stomp the Runway for Autism. It's on October 21st at the War Memorial. So that show is always to bring awareness to autism and just to bring families together, because I think it's so important that we build our village.
I love
So,
that.
yeah, so
I love that.
That's important. And the reason I call it Stomp the Runway, because I want our children on the autism spectrum to know that they can stomp their way into anything. There's nothing that should stop them. So Stomp the Runway it's very dear. It's our 7th year that we've put it on.
Wow.
We've gone to Atlanta, we've been here in Baltimore. So, and because autism is not just here in Maryland, it's all over. So that's why it's just so important and dear, and especially me having a son that's on the autism spectrum is that much more. I'm that much more passionate about it.
Yes, I know. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, what can people expect to see at this year's event? What's different from last year?
I always like to put on a production.
You
so
do.
I
You put on a show. He puts on a show always.
I just like to bring, different. I love to have a fashion show, but I don't want people to walk away just seeing a fashion show. I want them to walk away with knowledge of autism. So I don't want them just to come just to say, oh, those are wonderful clothes. You're gonna cry, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna hear stories, you're gonna hear testimonies.
And you brought some clothes here today, right?
And we brought some clothes here
today.
today.
What are these beautiful fashionistas, what do these models have here for us today? Tell me about them.
So we have YBI, which is right here in Baltimore, Maryland. She's an African designer. We have an original outfit that Carolyn Phillips is wearing. Also, Carolyn Phillips is one of my original directors that helped me put together Stomp the Runway back in 2014.
Oh, wow.
So Carolyn Phillips is wearing a YBI.
And this is local. This is right here.
Local, right here on Park Heights.
Park Heights. Come on, look at the shoes.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord.
And let me tell you something.
Girl.
Carolyn, she knows how to put stuff together.
I see.
Anytime
it's
she
the
steps out.
accessories for me. It's giving.
Yes.
It's giving. Okay.
And Carolyn walks out like this every day.
Every day. Oh, this is a normal happy hump day for her. Okay, give me the next model. Who's next?
We have Grayson, and Grayson is also wearing a YBI African outfit and everything. So from head to toe, he's got on YBI. So yes, Grayson's been modeling Stomp the Runway and representing for a while as well.
Okay, give us the next model.
Come on, and then Miss
Is this a pair? It looks like this is great.
Miss Fee Poulsen, she is also wearing YBI. She is the model coordinator for Stomp the Runway for Autism.
Okay, so you brought the team.
I brought the
He said, let me
team.
bring the team with me.
had to come today.
The team had to come together today. And they are fabulous. Okay, tell our viewers where they can go for more info. How do they get tickets?
So you can go to Eventbrite. And you go to Eventbrite and just type in Stomp the Runway.
Okay.
And that's all you have to do. And I'm telling you, we have a model special going on right now. Click on that model special. You'll get a good rate out our tickets. But we want everybody to come out. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it.
I know we are, because we got to support you.
Yes, please.
So, of course, thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Out there
Listen, all you got to do is give me a ticket. That's all I got to do.
I got you.
You already know what you got to do. A front row seat, baby. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Time now for your best weather in America with meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. Hey, Jazz girl.
Hey, Lady T. We are taking a look at some beautiful photos coming in this morning from Niagara Falls. Just stunning, especially as we move forward through those photos. You can just see the water and the last photo of the rainbow in the background. What a beautiful way to start the day there. We're also looking at a pretty nice start here. We had some cool temperatures this morning, but now we are quickly starting to warm up. 68 and sunny over Baltimore. Winds light out of the west-northwest. And around the rest of the state, we've got the 50s still in some spots, but otherwise the 60s and the 70s. And we are on our way to a beautiful fall day. Temperatures this afternoon will reach the low to mid 70s, keeping us slightly above average. So enjoy the nice weather if you're taking a trip to the pumpkin patch. It looks great today, but also tomorrow and Friday. That's all before our next weather maker arrives. We have high pressure over the region that's keeping us dry, providing us with plenty of sunshine, but the next weather maker will bring rain that could impact your your weekend plans. Notice on the future scan, into the evening will stay nice and dry, and then overnight more clouds move in to start the day on Thursday, but by the afternoon expect plenty of sunshine and temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Then into Friday, again a dry start to the day. For the afternoon, it still looks great, but it's Saturday when we have our next chance for rain, and that starts in the morning, so it could have an impact on your plans, especially for the evening and into the night. We'll have a few showers into Sunday morning, but then we stay nice and dry for the start of the upcoming work week. 73 this afternoon, nice and mild. And then tomorrow, highs around 77. We'll be in the low 70s on Friday, the upper 60s on Saturday with rain, then the low 60s on Sunday. After that, we stay below average for the week with temperatures in the low 60s. Back to you.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by The Joint Chiropractic.
Commuting, household chores, working at the desk, these seemingly mundane tasks can contribute to discomfort and hinder your ability to function at your best. In fact, 8 in 10 Americans will experience back pain in their lifetime. Dr. Steve Knopf from The Joint Chiropractic joins us now to explain the importance of routine chiropractic care. Doc, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. So how does chiropractic care contribute to active lives of everyday individuals?
That's a great question. Routine chiropractic care can play a key role in helping us stay active, improve our performance, reduce the time it takes to recover from stressful physical events, and just really in general support our overall health and wellness. So whether you're out raking leaves, doing household chores, or maybe you're an aspiring athlete, routine chiropractic adjustments are a natural drug-free way to keep your body moving well and living a more healthy, active lifestyle.
And Doc, who can benefit from chiropractic care?
I think often there's a misconception that it's just for athletes or to heal injuries, but really anyone can benefit from chiropractic care. We see a lot of people ranging from babies all the way through active seniors that have some kind of physical stress in their life that requires routine chiropractic care.
Give us a few tips to help avoid aches and pains during regular activities.
A couple of quick tips is stretch often. So if you can fit in 3 to 5 minutes of stretching a few times a day, definitely do that. Focus on your sleep. Get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. That's when your time heals itself. And then finally, invest in a good set of shoes. If you're up on your feet, active, those shoes are your first line of defense from keeping stress from getting into your body.
Dr. Knopf, on social media, you see so many chiropractors out there, but they got to be good. They got to know what they're doing, and you're one of those guys. Please let us know where our viewers can get more information and find you.
For more information, you can visit thejoint.com.
I love it. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Still ahead, could you give up your cell phone? Coming up, how last week's test of the emergency alert system is prompting some to consider giving up their phones. Stick around. Last week's test of the emergency alert system apparently caused some problems. It turns out some Amish people who are forbidden from having cell phones were outed by the test. The community, which is forbidden from using most modern tech, was apparently shaken when the alert started sounding, revealing some had secret hidden cell phones. And we wanted you to tell it, could you go without a cell phone? Most of you are saying, of course. Okay, that's a shocker. Great show lined up for tomorrow. Bottomless mimosas at brunch can be fun, but careful how much you have. The new fees some restaurants are imposing for those who overdo it.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
Thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you tomorrow. Have